Tonight, First Alert 4 investigates a defunct factory that went up in flames. 3 years later, it is still boarded up, but now there is a federal investigation underway because of what first responders found inside the former bowling ball factory. The building's former owners are now facing federal charges for storing hazardous chemicals in the building. The city of Jennings now owns the property.
But the feds say the former owners are responsible for putting people at risk. First Alert 4 Chief Investigator Lauren Traeger reports.
Owner pretty much walked away.
That was a Jennings City Council person back in October 2021. A fire tore through this former bowling ball factory near Jennings Station and Lucas and Hunt. Video from the time showing it glowing orange from the inside out, flames continuing even the next day. Heavy smoke prompted evacuations.
Almost the entire interior of the building was on fire at one point.
At the time, firefighters told us they had learned the building held resins, urethanes, and polyesters, which can all release toxic fumes if they catch fire. Thankfully, they did not. Still, according to a new federal indictment issued Thursday, those toxic chemicals never should have been stored there in the first place. Federal prosecutors have charged the bowling ball manufacturing company, Visionary Bowling, and its owners of knowingly storing or disposing of hazardous waste without a permit, a crime that could carry up to 5 years in prison and a fine of $50,000 per day of the violation. I'm Lauren Traeger. First Alert 4 investigates.
Well, within the last few minutes, we received a statement from the mayor of Jennings saying in part, quote, "As councilman, I was in total objection of the past mayor purchasing 8709 Zograph and waiving over $250,000 in taxes for the previous owner. The city is now stuck with a structure that requires approximately $1 million to demolish," end quote. We reached out to the owners of Visionary Bowling. We have not heard back. The city of Jennings acquired the building for unpaid taxes before the fire. Officials previously acknowledged they knew barrels of chemicals were inside, but they never took inventory.
Breathing